All right, when I talk about the Wim Hof method, I often hear that this sounds all well and interesting. The breathing technique may be fine, but especially in Mediterranean countries, in Greece where I stay, people say often, you know, the cold. That is not exactly our culture. We don't like the cold here. The sea is ready for swimming from June to October. That's it. Why do this to yourself, the cold? To which I say, yes, that's exactly the point. We want to go beyond like and dislike to set ourselves free. I personally also don't like the cold per se. Of course not. I'd rather like to stay here close to the fire and be all warm and comfy. Today, generally, we have so many comforts available. The average person lives a better life than most medieval kings and queens. So we got quite accustomed to that comfort. Became normal to us. We even say we have a right to that comfort. But because our bodies are built differently, they are built to survive in the natural environment here on Earth, it becomes clearer and clearer, also for science, that comfort only is not exactly healthy for us. For example, our cardiovascular system, our heart, it works better with training. Life is in motion. It wants to renew itself all the time, and for that, the body needs to be challenged to a good extent. And also, there will always be things that you don't like in your relationships. People do stuff you don't understand or don't agree with. The wind outside is too strong. The car driver ahead of you is just driving nuts. There's too much work. It could be anything. But can you change it? If you can't, then the only thing you can do for sure is to change your reaction to it. How do you manage that stress that comes to you from all the things that you don't like? For that, you need balance, clarity, and trust to navigate all the dislikes that life is throwing at you, and it will do that for sure. And this is exactly where the cold comes in. The cold can be our teacher, it is our stress manager. Let me explain that to you more while I'm taking a nice cold shower.
So, the cold shower is a simple way to experience the cold, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. Huh? It needs some overcoming. The water is cold. And so that's what we observe now. That's what we take to our advantage, the cold. We will observe. You can start normally with a warm shower, just as you like it. I only have the ice cold spring water available here today. Lucky me. Also, the view is not all too shabby. But when you're done with your warm shower, prepare mentally for it. A cold shower will come. Take a deep breath, and then try out the cold water at the end. Yeah. So before you start, you cool down your feet and your hands first, and then you move slowly up until eventually you're completely immersed into the cold water. And in the beginning, ooh, what a strong dislike. Terrible. Maybe you want to run. The doubts come again. Why to do this to yourself? But then you know that you can trust your body because your body can adapt to the stress. It is made for this. To a healthy extent, it likes that challenge. And with that trust, you breathe calmly and you just go into relaxation. Cold water running down. So what? At some point, it even becomes neutral, just fine. Where's the goat? Ah, there you managed it. You are powerful. You didn't let your thinking mind alone be the driver here. You just observe the sensation of the cold here on your body. You notice them, you just let it be. Ah, you trust. You trust. And now at the latest, once you feel a little bit of shivering, you can't calm it down anymore with the breathing, then it's time for you to go out. But it can be 30 seconds, it can be longer. And you will find then that the outside here is even warm now. If you turn it off, you're fine. Not only that, you are now supercharged, you're awake, you're clear, you're optimistic, full of energy. Super refreshing. So, in my Wim Hof workshops and retreats, we will go into more detail. Why you can trust your body, how it adapts to the cold, why the cold gives you all this energy, this smile, why the cold helps you to manage stress and then go beyond these I like this, I don't like that, these preferences, which cause you so much trouble in life. In Eastern traditions, this being torn between likes and dislike, it was called dukkha, suffering, big suffering. So here's your chance with an easy cold shower take your first steps beyond this conditioned pattern. Just enjoy what is. Be at peace with the cold. Woo. That is the reason why we're going into the cold. Health, power, clarity, optimism. Give it a try with, for example, the cold shower challenge for the Wim Hof method before you come to one of my workshops or retreats, and you will get all the information with your booking. The link is in the bio. So, power to you, all the love.